Hey guys, so yeah, I've been here over a little bit of an hour, a little bit of an hour, I should say, and all I've been doing is kind of just chilling right there, relaxing, getting my body ready, as well as also going to use the facilities so that I don't really have to do that while I'm working, which is why I'm kind of late doing this video 26 minutes before I clock in. But the reason I also wanted to do this video is because of the fact that I had originally done it several days ago with my GoPro in my room, but unfortunately I had to remove said video because I was using the GoPro to record the final service, if you will, at Adventure Christian Church at Patterson, as well as take pictures and record some video for the Easter gathering me and my family had at my older sister's, and I didn't want my sister or my mom asking, okay, did this picture turn out right? Did this picture turn out right? And then scroll through it and then see a video that I did 2 nights before in my room talking about, this topic. But with that said, I think this is something that needs to be discussed because, I don't know what he's thinking, but if he thinks history is going to repeat itself in his favor, he's got another thing coming. And what I mean by that is Ken Penders apparently, I'm sure you've heard about this by now, is planning to sue Paramount. That's right. He plans to sue Paramount for the fact that they included a father figure for Knuckles in the second movie. And you could read about the father figure in the novelization, the one I got from Frank Hill, or you could even see it for yourself on the big screen, which plenty of us have. And those of us that have seen it have spoiled basically with a spoiler-free review or just something saying, hey, this is not going to affect the movie or your enjoyment of the movie that much, but here's why Ken's in the news kind of deal. So yeah, apparently he wants to sue Paramount for the fact that they put a father figure for Knuckles in Sonic 2. Not understanding, obviously, that the reason they did that is so that they could create some kind of connection, bond, if you will, between Knuckles and Sonic because they both lost parental figures when they were young. And that's about it. That's all the character was created for, nothing else. So, I don't honestly get, and it's hard to put into words here, because I'm doing this video unscripted, but I just don't get, why in the world would Ken even think about doing this? I mean, Paramount is not Archie Comics. They're not some third, fourth largest comic book publisher in the country, if not the world. They're not some independent comic book publisher that mismanages the documents that they need to have just in case they get taken to court. They're not that. This is a studio, a company that's been around for over a century. And they've seen all kinds of lawsuits come their way. Have they lost some? Yes. Have they won some? Yes. But they've been there, done that. So if you think they're going to look at Ken Penders and take what he's threatening to do seriously, well, you bet your butt they are. But in reality, even though they'll take it seriously, they're probably laughing their asses off right now, thinking, what is this guy going to do? What proof does he have? I mean, Knuckles was given a father figure, but the father figure was not given a name. As far as I know, as far as I can remember. He wasn't given a name. So why would you want to sue a studio that obviously you're going to get your ass handed to you in court over something so minuscule? It doesn't make sense. However, maybe there might be some motivation to it. And that motivation, believe it or not, is the fact that Penders is getting desperate. In my opinion, I think he's getting desperate to try to get the Lawless Chronicles out there, to have some kind of connection with the Mobius Years Later storylines he did during his run with Archie Comics. That he's willing to go to these depths to get financial support. Like, he's realizing he doesn't have the money, financially to get this off the ground, and now he's getting desperate to the point that, what can I do to see if I can get some money, heading my way? Oh, I know, I'll sue Paramount just because they added a father figure for Knuckles in the movie, and I'll say it's my character. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And here's my message to Ken, with all due respect to the guy, because, hate him or not, love him or not, he has given us some good stories. We cannot deny that. And he did clean up a bit of a mess by Carl Bowlers later on, as best he could, in his final stories. But still, Ken has to realize this is a no-win situation for him. It's a no-win situation. I mean, what's he going to do? I mean, what's his plan, huh? Is his plan to get notoriety? Like, even if he knows he's going to lose, he could say, well, I'm Ken Penders, and oh, by the way, I do. Oh, but let me kind of rephrase that. Okay, rewind. What's his motivation? What's his motivation in all this? What? Huh? What is it? To try to get some money, some financial support for his project? Or is he just doing this knowing that he might lose, but he's going to get publicity? Like, he might get interviewed and he can say, well, hi. Well, yes, my name is Ken Penders, and oh, by the way, I'm the author and creator of the Lawless Chronicles, which I do recommend you check out once it comes out. It'll be a great project. Is that his deal? Is he gonna be like one of those characters in a movie that owns a car dealership that has a family, or a family member, like a child or a son, involved in something, and they get interviewed and they decide to take over the interview and turn it into an advertisement for the car lot? Is that what he plans to do here? Because if it is, Ken, you need to stop. You need to stop, my friend. Because here's the thing, you will not have a leg to stand on when it comes to this lawsuit. You won't. I mean, this is not Archie Comics. Okay, this is Paramount. Sorry there. But this is Paramount. Like I said, a company that's been around for over a century, has been there, done that with these kind of lawsuits, have won some, lost some. And if you think you're going to win here, you're wrong. You are absolutely wrong. I mean, if you want support, guess what? There are other ways of doing it. There's, let's see, Indiegogos. There's Kickstarters. There's, Patreon. You have all these other avenues, Ken. And you know that each and every one of them could help you out more so than taking a major studio to court and knowing deep down you're going to lose. And if that's not enough, obviously Sega is getting wind of this, and I think finally they're putting the foot down, and they've come out and acknowledged a lot of things, that Ken, kind of forbade, I guess you could say, from being acknowledged. For example, according to somebody, they recently acknowledged Sonic Chronicles. Yeah, they acknowledged Sonic Chronicles, an RPG game that I do own, but is no longer sold, or was, on the shelf for too long after the lawsuit, because Ken, was upset at the fact that the brotherhood in that, the clan in there, I should say, of Echidnas, mostly, along with the character of Shade, were taken from his Dark Brotherhood characters. And, even though he lost that battle, I guess the agreement was the game had to be pulled and not acknowledged. Well, now it's being acknowledged again, thus by extension, Shade's being acknowledged again. And what that tells me is Sega is basically, probably bringing in some new people that are doing a lot of research, looking up all this information, seeing what, Ken has done, and they're like, who does this guy think he is? And they're putting their foot down. They're putting their foot down and say, enough. You don't own Sonic. You don't own Knuckles. Sonic Chronicles is a Sega property, is a Sega game, and if we want to acknowledge it, we're going to acknowledge it. And that's it. So again, I do not know what's wrong. What is Ken's problem? I don't know what is his problem in thinking he's going to win here. He's not. He's not going to win. Again, if this is all just a publicity stunt on his part to get attention for his project, then again, there's other avenues of doing it. There's other less stressful, less legal ways of doing it. Or not just legal ways, but less legal, in court, jurisdiction, lawsuit kind of ways of doing it. And this isn't one of them. This is not one of them. Ken, you need to wake up and realize that this is not going to work in your favor. And if people are now also acknowledging Sonic Chronicles, it tells me that they are sick and tired of your BS. And you know what's also going to happen? You keep doing this, they're going to look at your Lawsuit Chronicles. They're going to see the similarity in design to Knuckles. And they're going to be like, no, you're not doing this. This project's, kaput. Because that character looks like Knuckles, that character has a design like Knuckles, not going to happen. So if I'm you, Ken Penders, I wake up and I realize that I need to let it go. I need to let it go and focus on my future, focus on my health and my mentality, and go from there. Because if not, Ken, it's going to come back to hurt you and your family in more ways than one. And you know it. Because again, this isn't Archie Comics. This isn't any, some up and coming independent movie or television studio. No. This is Paramount. One of the big boys in cinematic history. In multimedia history. Like I said, they've been there, done that. And to them, yeah, they'll take this seriously, but they'll also be laughing their butts off. They'll be laughing their butts off because they're going to be looking at what you're trying to do and think, who the hell does this guy think he is? They got more lawyers, Ken, than even you have fingers. So Ken, just drop it. Because if not, it's going to hurt you and your family more so than you can imagine. And it's also going to damage your lawsuit project too, because if you go through with this, you might as well kiss that goodbye, because this will lead to Sega and even through Paramount noticing the similarities in design. They're going to be like, no, you ain't doing this. It's done. So Ken, on behalf of those that still respect you, and those of you that kind of find you controversial and needing to just step away, drop this. Because it ain't going to help you in the long run. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Comment down below, live chat during the premiere. Super chats are available and would be appreciated at this time. As well as super stickers, I should say. Also, check me out at Venmo, where you can also donate there at Brian-Walmer-2. Also, check me out at Cash App at BWRoses98, where you can donate and help out there too. And at Patreon.com, where I do have a video up at the $3 tier. It will be going public soon. I'm not going to say when, but I will let you know when it does. But if you want to see it before anybody else, you can check it there with a $3 tier support, as well as a $1 tier support to get you a shout out. Also check me out at deviantart.com/BVW1979 and at BW Roses Discussions, all your favorite audio podcast platforms except for Pandora. Also check me out at VENMO at BW Roses. And until next time, guys, that's all I'm going to say, but let me know what your thoughts are, and I'm out.